All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
The Promised Neverland, episode 8.
Oh, episode 8.
Crone has been defeated, it seems.
Yeah. And we're 3/4 of the way through the thing. Oh, wait, 2/3.
Two-thirds. Yeah, we're 2/3 after this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy to think about.
Yeah, and Crone was given basically the goodbye slip from Isabella.
Yep,
So there's that.
Right, there's that. But then there were like so many different conversations that were just not shown, where it's like, we're going to have a conversation that's probably very important and plot relevant off screen, where other characters won't also hear about this.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff where the characters would be kind of naruhoto, like, okay, well, that's now that's been discussed. And we're like, wait, what was discussed? So that means that coming episodes will be execution, capitulation of those conversations, and we are just left to guess as to what they were specifically planning or implying with some of that stuff.
I love that they're basically making it so that, like, you know, the whole thing of, like, when plans aren't said, that means they're going to work, you know, usually, because otherwise, you know, you would say what the plan is so you know when it goes wrong. But by having multiple different parties all doing this...
Yeah, that's a problem, right?
Kind of throws that off. Like,
it does.
Maybe it just means that whoever exposits their plan first will have something go wrong, you know, but... Oh boy.
Possibly.
Oh boy. This is gonna be crazy.
What it is that all of these plans work and they keep moving in a specific way because none of the motivations of those plans, none of the actions of those plans conflict with each other.
Sure.
So it ends up being a thing of where we're constantly maneuvering, but since Isabella's plans are probably more macro, and she's thinking about just to make sure that no one escapes and no one, you know, ends up compromising the status of the other food stuffs here on the farm, then in some ways all their little plans and schemes and stuff don't really matter to her.
Sure, yeah.
Which is another.
It's just another day at work.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ray is walking a thin line here, but I am super excited with how he's gaming both kind of parties here.
Or at least he thinks he is. Like, but the question is that, like, how much is he actually?
How much is he actually with either of them here? Because I think that in some ways the jig is almost up with him and Isabella, but in some ways he might still have pulled some level of a rug underneath actually the other kids. So
sure, potentially.
Let's wait to see on that. So y'all,
oh boy.
Next episode, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everyone, we're going to be starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. All right, the animation title card here, and it ends right now. I've been listening to this OP so much recently.
It's a great OP. I think that part is actually my favorite part of the OP. Like, the drop, the drop is a very close second
to it.
But
fire. Wait, fire. There.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, this part. I don't know which part's my favorite.
On fire.
It's a toss up between the sunrise, Emma doing like the jump, and then of course the
this
drop
part
that's
coming up here.
Yeah.
This drop is so good.
And that
the
face
match burns out and disintegrates. Yep. What's the sound of? Na 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 na.
And bend shot.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, those are the faces of kids that are going to kill their mom or just killed their mom.
Or rule the world. Like,
I mean. Oh. Directly picking off here. Oh. Oh, sudden opening.
Wow.
Dang.
Killing with kindness.
Yeah.
She's getting shipped out. Saying that it's going to be like the dream, but it's not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It doesn't matter what Isabella says here.
Yep. And the thing is that Crone might be suspecting this, but what can she really do?
Right. Oh, what's she gonna do in here? Yeah, either way, she's getting rid of you. It is all or nothing. Oh. Oh, no way. Is she gonna try to kill her?
I don't know.
A pen is a weapon. Like, hey! I love this little boy.
He's actually the smart one that's been gathering information.
I know, we noticed that he had been in a lot of places, but
like it could just be a recurring character because these characters.
But he has a name, and I keep forgetting his name. It's a single syllable.
Thunder. Lightning.
I was rewatching. I think it was episode 3 or 4.
Oh wait.
Oh, she is going.
Oh, okay.
She's going. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, this is cool. We're showing a perspective that's not the kids.
I mean, she might actually be being promoted to mom, but probably not.
Oh, come on. I want to see. Oh, it is Grandma. Oh, this is terrifying. The shadows are perfect.
Wow.
So she's still going to try.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh, that's how Mom was.
Isabella. That's Isabella.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Including the kids here. Okay.
Oh. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you for the food, indeed.
Wow. Oh. Okay. Like, that's kind of how I figured it was going to go, more or less, but...
Oh, we get to see
it. Oh, man. The eyes all fixed now. Oh.
This is... They're gonna make me cry, aren't they? Oh. Wow. All alone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
The letter opener.
Jeez. Wow.
Holy crap.
Don't flatter yourself, you were never even a player. Wait, this is a part of school for being a mom? Oh, even like hand-to-hand combat training.
Yeah.
What? Oh. Oh, man. This is a different style of episode, though. Like,
yeah.
entirely. We're given so much info about the outside world.
Yep.
Because this is, this is not a farm that she's, a part of here. This is some kind of, like training environment for moms or essentially, whoa, what?
Oh, is this the man that she talked about?
Wait, what?
Wow.
Oh my god.
So she gave them information, I guess.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
Wow, Crone.
Wow. Oh, man.
Dang. That's a shot.
Yeah.
That is a shot. Wow. Well done. Well done. The Promised Neverland.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it's you. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is some Khmer Antark stuff right here.
Right. Yes, I can do that, Ray. Oh, 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 crap. Oh.
I don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh. Oh, here we go. Oh. Wow.
Are there no windows in this room?
I mean, it's dark. No.
Good point.
Oh, even if there were, the windows have railings on them. They have steel bars and stuff.
Split up. Split up.
That's an I know kind of look. Oh my gosh.
Stay back. Oh, dude, Dawn is strong.
Dawn is a badass. Oh, crap.
Holy crap.
Go, 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 go. Wait, what? Oh, they heard her. Wow, they're good.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Is this where she offers to recruit Emma?
Or she's just going to reveal that Ray betrayed you all. Oh. Oh. Wow. Nice to meet you. That's... Oh. Oh, do you now? I think she would have to, otherwise she'd go crazy, right? She's like, oh, wow, this is genius. Wow. Wow. Oh, you're gonna... And we saw the face on Connie's dead body. Wow, the 5 of you. Yeah. Obviously, she knows.
Yeah.
Wait, are they gonna pull one here? It's like, so you only know about 5 of us. Like, that would be great. So... Oh! 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 Ah! Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What? Oh. Whoa. Wow. Ow, that would hurt so much.
Wow. You're being shipped out tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Norman's.
Okay.
Ah, we're on. We're on. Right. It is on.
Oh boy.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was good.
Wow, that was a great episode. That was so wonderful. Oh,
so
man.
We not only got like Crone backstory, but that she specifically left things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for them. Now, those were, if I'm connecting the dots right, she potentially made contact with someone in the adults kind of prep area too, right?
Or yeah, something like that.
Happened there.
The pen. She saw something she wasn't supposed to. She collected the pen, which is important because she left it behind.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
Maybe she left them basically a weapon.
Potentially.
Because she was thinking, it almost looked like she was thinking about using it on Mom. And she was like,
Maybe.
like I was thinking like, oh, is this a pen? It could be a weapon, but I guess, you know. All right. Whoa. That's the thing. So Crone is dead. And it was a very much a Keikaku Dori.
Yes.
You're already dead.
Yeah. Now the crazy thing is that there's still conversations that they didn't discuss. Because here's the thing: I expected Mom to be the one to reveal things last, right? And or something along those lines, right? I expected the kids to more reveal what they're up to, and then Mom reveals how she's planned around it or something.
But we just reiterated the kids' original plan, which was basically just set to go here based on Ray's distraction of Mom, which she knew basically was a distraction. So,
oh boy.
So yeah, we're screwed here.
Okay.
The real problem is, do you think that on some level this is going to be about not all of them getting away?
Maybe, but the thing is that like, okay, potentially, because Emma is incapacitated, but Norman will not leave Emma.
Right, but Norman is potentially going to leave soon. So will they then basically have it be a thing where she's like, yeah, I know, you're going to try to escape before Norman's shipment date. But his shipment date is a date I'm not going to tell you when it is. It's just coming.
Unless she was trying to imply that it's actually tomorrow.
I don't think she was
implying that either, but that was the only, like, daytime that was,
Well, that was because of Emma.
That was mentioned, right, that was mentioned because of Emma. Right,
yeah.
Right, exactly. But, oh boy.
Just the sound and the speed at which she just broke her knee.
Yep.
She broke her knee. Now, she might have broken just her leg, like the bone below the knee. But it's so painful sounding. And also is another thing, is that how do you run away when you have a broken leg?
Yep.
Even if it's not the knee.
Right.
Because that's the thing. I almost think on some level she didn't. Yeah, she broke the knee.
Well,
actually,
it doesn't really matter whether it's the knee or the leg.
No, it really does. It really does. Because if it's the knee, you'll almost never heal that again. Like, you will never fully heal that.
Okay, but
it's. Oh my gosh. Where
it would have been earlier.
Okay, so it's. It looks like the knee, Jacob.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing is, she could still theoretically recover, but that would be great as a plot consequences thing.
Like a permanent thing that she's dealing with the pain of, at the very least.
Which makes it even worse because think about in the opening. Well, and just in general, Emma was the one that was more athletic, right?
Yes.
She would do the running and the jumping and things like that, and they constantly show that in the OP. Now she's got a broken leg.
Yeah, she's never gonna run or jump.
Well, certainly not for a very long time.
Not for a very long time. Unless given there's some, like, it's in the future.
Right.
And so there could be some crazy crazy sci-fi technology or whatever that heals her.
But given how the pacing of this show has gone so far, if it takes the regular amount of time, for all intensive purposes...
For the rest of the season.
Yeah, for the rest of the season and potentially the season after that.
Yeah.
She's not going to be running.
Nope. How do they escape then?
Yeah, that's
how.
Yeah, that's like now here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think that little adorable blue-eyed child is Emma's secret agent.
Yes.
Because
or something.
Or somebody's secret agent.
Something.
Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
all the kids seemed horrified by seeing that Emma was so hurt. Now the thing is, is that being concerned, being worried, absolutely understandable. But that was like fear in their eyes.
Well, I think what it is that none of them get hurt. None of them get hurt like this.
Okay, sure. Yeah. But the thing is that like, I don't know, maybe this is just like me, that I personally don't react in that way when I see something like that. Like, I'm definitely concerned for the person, but...
Well, you're not a kid.
Well, no, but like, even when I remember back to like when I was a kid, you know, like, I mean, I guess I was the one who always broke bones in our family, but not other people. But like it, because it's... Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like they were worrying for their own safety, not just Emma's safety.
Yeah, no, I think that I don't think that's the right way.
Okay. Yeah. But the thing is, there's plans that are afoot that have not been revealed yet, right?
Yeah, that the kids have put into place. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is that this plan that they did put into place, though, was easily thwarted by Mom.
Yep.
So Mom is not just a, oh, do I know what you're planning? It's I went through this all when I was your age.
Right, exactly.
Now,
which we suspected, but we got the nice confirmation.
We got confirmation of that to the point where she was on top of the wall.
Right.
And Grandma talked her down.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing that I think needs to be, like, gone into. Is that Isabella said it's impossible to escape. Why would she lie about that?
Maybe because of what she saw on top of the wall.
Maybe because of what she saw on top of the wall.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it's not just about it being impossible to escape, but it's like, you don't know what's out there.
Uh-huh.
I do.
Right.
The idea that she knows what's out there, tried to escape, and didn't, but for all intents and purposes, she could have, but she decided not to. Like, I don't know what a fall from that height on the wall would do, but I assume that if you did it correctly, you might get off with just some bruises.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the wall's like, 20 feet tall?
Yeah, you could,
you could do it.
If you go onto the other side, hang
roll
from your fingertips, roll all that stuff, protect your head. Like, you could probably do it. It's not something you would want to do on a regular basis.
No.
But,
But, I think you could do it without any serious injury. And there's nothing Grandma could do to stop her. Like there's no, dart tranquilizer gun that, these, the moms have been shown to have or anything like that. They just have their tracking device and their hand-to-hand,
right,
combat training, which is cool that they showed here, which is basically poking maybe a little bit of a nod at the joke I made. It was either last episode's discussion or the one before.
If all the kids ganged up and
if you had basically a bunch of 5th graders attack you, how many would it take to kill you? Right. And the number is usually surprisingly low.
Given how easily Mom just snapped Emma's leg,
it's not going to be that simple.
That could have been her neck.
Mm-hmm. Easily.
Okay. Well, okay. Necks are a lot harder to break than knees because you don't have the same lever advantage.
Yes,
right?
That's good point.
But still, she could kill them just fine if she wanted to. Of course, she's not going to, right? Because they're valuable merchandise and whatnot.
Yeah.
But oh boy, yeah. So and we got confirmation that that's what they're planned for, is specifically for the Tefari and the one
the premium meal for the one.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple things world building wise that we were given through the Crone backstory thing. So let's go through this mechanically, step by step here. The Crone backstory bit had a lot of info basically given about how the moms or adults maybe, because it looked like there were some guys in there.
Oh,
at the very least, it did look like they were.
Really?
Yeah. I could go back and check just to confirm.
Okay.
But it looked like when she was about to walk into the room.
Yes, that person was a dude.
Right,
and I think that's the him that she mentioned.
Maybe, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that in and of itself is like, whoa, wait a minute. Did she freak out because she saw a man?
Well, and it looked like he might have been talking to one of the demon things.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So maybe it's more that she saw a demon in their training area, whereas usually it's humans training humans.
And maybe there was like a specific conversation that was going on where she's like, nope.
Yeah. But then there's that whole thing with the pen, which is like, whoa.
Yeah, and it's like, is it just a pen? Just a pen doesn't seem very important. But if it's like, this is information,
right?
Like it actually has some sort of like computer chip inside it or something like that, or
who knows?
R2D2, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Something.
Right, but potentially something that was left in here from her like the outside world of her world, like meaning that it's something that might have been left in here in a very same way that the books could have been left in here.
That's the other thing, because if I'm guessing it's more important than just being a pen.
Yes,
but if it's more important than being just a pen, why was it dropped? Why was it dropped? That doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
You don't drop something when you have it, like, because a pen will make a noise, one. And if, like, the only way I could see it dropping and not immediately seeing that it dropped is if you, like, go to put it in a pocket or something like that and it falls out. But that's extenuating circumstances. It's not likely.
It was planted, basically.
Right.
That's what we know.
Probably,
It has to be. Like you're saying, if it was dropped, it doesn't make sense.
Right. Because you'd see it, you'd hear it, whatever, and then you'd pick it up. Even if it's not important, even if it's a pen, it's like,
Which means on some level, potentially the human that was in that conversation knew that they were being listened to, and that the person being listened to was probably someone that might have some divergent thinking with regards to the system that's being put in place here. So then Crone ends up going and performing very well and gets being put in as an assistant recommendation for one of the greatest moms or the greatest mom out there. But then she tries to be all buddy-buddy, and it's like, well, wait a minute. If we recontextualize that just a little bit, she might have been actually trying to undermine the system as a whole.
She did
she
say,
might have extra information.
Because that would be the most valuable thing you could have in that pen, right?
Definitely.
And she said, escape, kids, run.
Yeah, run. I'm gonna get her line
and
exactly
like destroy this world,
like
that's
tear
outside.
this world down or something like that.
That's more than just escape.
That is way more than just escape. Let me get that info here.
Okay.
So there's a lot of backstory here.
Right. Oh, and that whole montage of the thank you for the food, and then it was delicious.
And the slow build up to her eventually getting.
Yeah, that was. Oh man.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, there are parts where she's shown as red, and there's parts where she's shown as blue. I'm guessing that's her, emotion and stuff like that. Okay, so this is it. So she goes over from her combat training. She's walking across the hallway, and she's an adult. But then we see what looks to be a guy with glasses and a coat talking to one of the demons.
Yeah, probably, or at least someone very big if it's not a demon.
It looks like one of them. Yeah. So she ends up having this of I was listening.
Right.
And then he leaves, but he leaves with a pen on the floor. Now, the thing is, by this point, the monster demon thing is no longer here.
Right.
So he could have easily planted it without it being something where the monster would question, wait, what's that?
Yeah.
And the thing is, by focusing on it, the anime is telling us this is important.
Right. Not only important enough for Crone to leave behind for them.
Important enough for her to leave behind, but also important enough to show in this backstory of a character that's dying.
Right.
That this is something that is more important than her death, even.
Right. Like, they didn't show any words in the... They didn't have any words in the actual backstory, but they had a pen.
Yep,
it's kind of a big deal. Oh, man.
So then she gets basically... she's killed.
And then,
but the thing is, she's not eaten. She's not eaten.
Okay, yeah.
They pierce her with the flower thing, which I'm assuming preserves them or incapacitates them or
something. Yeah, and then it draws the blood and
makes
turns the petals red. Yeah. But what does she say exactly? It's after she gets pierced.
Right. But she leaves this package and a pen
and
a book in a desk. Now, this looks like it's in not her room.
No, that's in the kids' room. So,
that's in the kids' room.
So it's probably for Norman or Emma or one of them, So then this gets, So
it says, you brats better escape and run and survive.
Oh, right. Destroy this damned world we live in.
Right, okay. Yeah. She did say, something about you being good at tag, right? Yeah. Where's that? is in the beginning.
Yeah, it might have been a fair amount earlier, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
And the way that they cut to the kid eating the sausage, like
yeah, that was
man. Yeah, and then
she's left with the flowers
that amazing shot
with the cage's shadow.
Yep.
So
and
good.
then thank you, that was delicious. Oh boy. And then the whole stuff with Ray, it's like, yep, and this totally makes sense. Why, like, all right, intrigue is done. Now I'm just gonna do things my way. You know.
Dawn is a badass and actually takes down the door.
Yeah, like
just to showcase he has a good 20 to 30 pounds on a bunch of these kids, maybe.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
So
it's hard, that's not something that's easy to do.
Yeah. I like that Mom is basically like, all right, it's nice to meet you, Emma.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you, Norman.
Oh, and her whole psychology for the way she talks about it and everything is so creepy. But then at the same time,
it's genius.
There's a part of it where you're like, oh, but I see why she thinks that, because think about it, if you're in a post-apocalyptic, or whatever situation this is, right? Some dystopian whatever where it's bad, right?
It's really bad,
and you're gonna die.
The outside world is horrible,
right? And while you would absolutely want to live, there's the idea of, if you compare simply the comfortable life, happiness and ignorance is bliss and all that stuff, versus the 5 seconds of terror and pain,
with the potential to live longer, though.
Sure, if you become a mom, right. But
no. I think she's debating the difference between going in the outside world and escaping
where you could potentially live longer, but suffering all throughout. Whereas here you've got this nice thing, and then your life expectancy is just 12 years. It's like
and there's no, and she's trying to. This is the other thing that's genius, is she's actually trying to get them nonchalant about the idea of their own deaths. Like, this is so dark and sadistic and genius, is basically saying, like, you guys don't know what death is like. You guys don't have any,
although they saw Connie.
Yes, that's the thing, though. They saw Connie, and she's trying to retroactively apply her truths onto that, but they saw Connie's face. They said that Connie died with happy smiles. No, Connie had terror. Terror in the eyes. Not a peaceful way to go.
Now the thing is, I'm kind of curious that Mom didn't mention this, maybe because she knows that Emma would just feel insulted if she offered that. Emma, you could become a mom. Now granted, Emma hasn't gotten to that point yet, and Emma would say no anyways. Let's be real, maybe, and Mom knows that too.
Maybe though she is, because remember, Grandma did this whole thing with Isabella.
Yes,
but Isabella made it to the top of the wall even.
Yeah.
So somehow, Isabella was talked down from the wall.
Right.
Came back and became a mom. What if Emma is basically being given the same thing, where it's just give up, but Emma has something else.
I'm making it so that you can't leave for right now.
Yep. So that she will end up becoming a mom.
Yeah.
But by the time that it's time for her to be a mom, Ray, Norman, Dawn, Gilda, they've already been shipped out. You're alone. There's no one left for you to save.
If Ray's getting shipped out in 2 months, right? That's when his ship out date is. And Norman is the next ship out. Who knows when that
earlier.
Is? Right.
Potentially really early.
By the time Emma's leg heals,
they could all be gone.
They could be gone.
Yep.
And because we don't know how many people Mom has to ship out as choice dishes for the Tafari, but it could just be theoretically one, or it could be two. Who knows?
Yeah.
But wow. Yeah. Oh boy.
I love though that we knew that Isabella had to have some element of crazy about her, because how could she psychologically disconnect from the, we assumed on some level she might even be a monster in a human form back when we didn't know what the monsters were with regards to the humans and stuff.
Right.
So in this case, now we know that there are humans integrated into this whole thing, and they run essentially this whole thing because they've been either brainwashed or convinced, or
humans take care of humans. I mean, it's a simple way to do it. Less complications. That shot.
I wanted to bring up the fact that Mom says that she loves them.
Yeah.
She cares about them. They are her children, and she treats them as if they are her children.
Yep.
And this is the thing, is I think she's I think she's being honest.
Right,
if I rolled an insight check and a natural 20, it's like,
right,
oh, she believes it 100%.
There's some twisted stuff in her head, but the idea of, I don't want you to suffer. Like, this is going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you to
I'm
suffer.
going to give you all the best life possible.
In the 12 years that you've got.
And in the 12 years that we've got.
Or, right.
The 12 years that we've got together.
Right, yeah. That's
like, Emma, I love you. Like, that felt so good when you hugged me.
It doesn't hurt, you know?
Yeah. Like, in some ways, she might heal Emma. She might utilize whatever her extra connections she's got to basically be like, there, Emma, I fixed your leg. Because you're not going to run. We're family. And, and in some ways, that might even mess with Emma's head even more because it's like, wow, she did such a good thing for me after she, you know.
Yeah, I don't think Emma would.
No. I don't think she would actually get fooled by that. But the idea that would be a thing she would have to get over for, like, it would take a few minutes maybe of just mental, correction.
Although I get the feeling Mom is deliberately using the fact that Emma, the heart and soul of the escape mission, basically. Yes. Now, you know, I used to be attempting an escape like you, but then I took an
Isabella to the knee.
Yeah, an Isabella, a bunch of Newtons to the knee, perpendicular. You know. Yeah.
Okay, so you were gonna say something.
Okay. So the whole idea of that Mom was once one of these kids, right? You know, like we already knew that, right? But the fact that basically that shot where they show Grandma and Isabella up on the wall, that shot still was so effective.
It was
so effective. Mm-hmm. Like, oh man, that was good stuff. Like, because there's the metaphorical aspects of it, of her having a moment of perspective, right, where she's above everything, where she's able to see clearly, she's able to see past the wall and everything, and she clearly made a decision, and we know what that decision was, right? But then also just the idea that, one, she got farther than these kids did.
She did.
By herself, right? By herself, she was able to do what they together couldn't.
And that does make sense, though. Like, because in a lot of ways, Ray's right. The thing holding them back from just escaping right now is the fact that they want to save as many people as possible.
If it had just been, Ray, Emma, and Norman, then they would have been able to escape probably weeks ago.
When they put the stuff on the tree.
Yeah, exactly.
They would have been able to do it right there.
Yeah, I mean, they would have had to deal with the transmitters, but yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, they could have done it a while ago. Yeah. But it's also this nice thing where it's basically showing that she's ahead of them, right? She's gone farther than them. They are not going to beat her, right?
Yeah.
Even as a kid. And then just the whole idea of there being a personal connection to Grandma, whoever this Grandma is, like, that's another thing that's just
awesome. It's like lineage, basically.
Well, lineage, and also the idea that meant that there was a point when Grandma was Mom. Which goes to show that this has been going on for a long time.
Yes.
But it also goes to show that Mom could theoretically eventually rise through the ranks again.
Yes.
Like the idea that no, you can actually have a life here. Like, maybe even Emma specifically. Like, hey, it's not that bad, right?
Yeah, for us matriarchs, we can basically get on by basically I understand that it's horrible out there. And yes, it's
this is a little pocket that we can stay in for at least 12 years, right? Or 10 and a half years or 11 years or however, because she said 10 years, so they probably are brought in when they're like 1 or something.
There's so many genius little psychological elements with how they brought up the idea that she's happy with this whole situation. Like, Isabella, I think, genuinely enjoys this, and it's not to do that she enjoys making them suffer. She genuinely enjoys being a mom to so many kids in a world that is hell.
Right.
Like,
she's like, there maybe it's horrible and they're going to get shipped out to be eaten. But while we're here, I'm able to kind of rise above the darkness that's outside, right? I can have my own little pocket universe where I'm above the demons. The demons are subservient to me.
In a lot of ways, yeah. That's another thing I never really thought about, is that could a mom do such a good job that they would leverage the kids against the demons?
Potentially, because like Crone said that they're in the outside world, there are some humans who have the same standing as demons. You know,
and that I think might be what they're building up with the idea of him or the one,
right,
or what have you. I mean, I'm still assuming that that's not a human being. I'm assuming still that's more like the demon lord or something like that. That's the main totally. Hierarchical
no when they're talking about the one, they're actually talking about Neo.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
The glitch in the Matrix,
you're breathtaking,
that half of the equation, you know. It's obviously just Keanu Reeves that's going to come in and save the day, right? He's just going to walk up to Isabella and just go, you're breathtaking. And she just like, her knees quiver and she drops to the ground. And all the kids just walk out and she's just kind of twitching on the ground like Keanu Reeves. So that would be...
But one of the things that I've been wondering for a long time, though, is that since the deadline of the Tafari and everything and the shipping out and stuff is getting closer, is it possible that we could get to a point where the kids leave the farm...
Okay.
And it's a part of the plan of the demons to basically be sent to the Tafari. Like, could they be sent to the Tafari and not actually be killed yet?
No, I don't think so.
Probably not, because they do the whole thing with the rose and everything. Yeah. But like,
and we're assuming that the rose flower thing means that they're dead.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm more talking of like if they were basically like, well, see, we don't want to do the rose just yet because that would be
shipped out in like frozen cubes or something like that. Yeah.
Right. We don't like for the master. We want the meat to be fresh. We don't want to do anything barbaric like that. This isn't the frozen food section. This isn't deli meat. This is fine aged steak.
I could see that happening, but I don't think they're gonna do it because I think a lot of this story's like themes about struggling to break out and break free don't really work if they have the if they basically go along with the demon's plans. Right. Because I think the story builds its own enigmatic mystery by not explaining what the demons are, what they want, what they do. The less explanation we get from that early, the better.
Well, and it's shown classically with also just how they handle the planning.
Yes.
Right? There was almost no explanation. Like the one explanation that they gave of the plan is the one plan that was doomed to fail. Right.
Yep.
And they were going to show, yes, it's doomed to fail, and that's why we'll explain the plan again. Right.
Yep.
However, there are still all those conversations, plans, whatever, that are out there that they have not explained yet. It's mystery, right? That's what the show thrives on, and I hope that they maintain that moving forward. I don't see how they would mess up on that really because they're doing such a good job of it so far. Wow.
Yeah. The main thing though I think this is boiling down to is that if this is genuine emotion being shown from Mom, that she's not a cold-hearted psycho basically. No, think about this, Jacob. Think about this. If we basically run with this that the kids have to get out, like they have to. I can't see this story going on forever inside here.
Well, quite literally, because there's going to be a point where, all right, you're getting shipped out now.
Right.
Yeah.
So my thought is that they have to manipulate that. Mom just revealed her greatest weakness, actually.
Okay.
And that she loves them. Mom, we don't love you. We're going to kill you.
But they can't.
You better... No. No, Jacob. They can't in the easy sense. But here's what she basically did. She basically just laid out the gauntlet. It was like, hey, or basically she laid out the terms of how things will go from here on out.
Yeah.
And by doing that, she basically just said, the war's over. I won.
Right.
But all the kids have to do is just say, oh, you said the war's over? What if the war's just getting started?
Sure.
Because what if Mom can't sleep?
Sure.
You better keep both eyes open.
Right.
Because we know where you sleep.
Right. Well, or what? You just break a leg on each of us, like, because the whole point, like, they can, because here's the thing, while it's not in the best interests of the kids, there's something about human nature that eventually you've had enough, and you choose not to play, right? And the thing is that in this situation, one, there's lots of kids here, so while in the case of Norman, Ray, and Emma, she might be able to strong arm them, you know, literally into whatever, right? But what about all the other kids?
Yeah, all this has to do is spread a little bit.
Right. All Emma would have to do is just say, Mom did this to me, as she's carrying her back. Now, it would be more complicated than that and whatnot, but like...
It would be more complicated,
you know, but the thing is that if they get all the kids to know, right, then what's Mom going to do? Even if she keeps them there, right, there is a reason to having the environment be wholesome and good and healthy and all that stuff, you know, or at least appearing to, because it helps them, you know, mature as children at a proper rate, right? And given also that Mom is going to stick to the schedule of shipping them out, she's not going to ship them out all at once, as far as we know, like, because that would be a huge failure on her part, huge failure, right? Then that means they could theoretically do that and keep informing the kids as they're brought in of what the situation is, right? Then suddenly, well, Mom's profits, you know, her success rate, you know, starts to go down. Right? Mom's not dealing with a great farm anymore. And maybe once Ray, Emma, and Norman get shipped out, then the other kids would be less inclined to do that. But if she does that through the brutal methods, right, that would, if anything, incite them to do it more. Now, maybe be careful about it and someone be intimidated and whatnot, but there would be the few that would overcome that fear.
Right.
So...
I think the natural extension here is revolution. Like, that's basically that's...
Right, the question is how.
Yeah, the question is how. I think that Norman is the one that is going to be maybe the most brash about this. And actually, it's going to be Ray on some level, who's going to try and temper it.
Sure.
By basically pitting them kind of in some ways against each other here by him being practical. Okay. And then the next step of this is that Emma is the one that actually comes up with the plan, because she's shifted her perspective on Mom so dramatically. Right. Basically, because she received the actual attack, you know, the actual moment where her mom violated basically the one of the most basic levels of trust that a mom and a child should have, is that a mom would never harm their own child, right?
Now, she ships them out to be eaten, so there's this knowledge that, of course, that's, you know, a thing. Right. But it's different than seeing it firsthand and experiencing it.
And Mom even acknowledges that here, is basically that she didn't want to do this. But it's kind of the, I disciplined you for your own good kind of thing. Yes, a look what you made me do kind of thing.
Now, here's something else that I'm kind of curious about. The scalpel is the only bladed instrument on the farm.
Right.
You can kill people with all sorts of other things, though. Like, there's
bludgeoning force, like, rocks, from one of these,
you know,
totally,
like they could get all sorts of tools.
They could use gravity. There's a lot of
exactly.
There's a lot of ways they can do this. Yes, Jacob. Strangulation is also a very potential thing. As well.
Definitely.
In fact, in a lot of ways, I saw Don's brute strength here, and I'm like, oh boy, this guy hit puberty a little early. He could, if given a heavy enough, dense object, he could club Mom to death with that kind of strength. Oh, absolutely. And all they'd have to do is just restrain her.
Yep. Yeah, now, while that might be tough, you know, there's also, like, you know, even little rocks, if they're thrown fast enough.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like that might be getting to the point where it's like, okay, you know, what, you set up like a training area for them to all figure out how to throw rocks. She was trained as
well, though.
Right, she was trained
as
well. They haven't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So she has the advantage on them in every respect, but she's still one person. Action economy wins.
Action economy,
everything.
Like, action economy.
Especially considering that she can't actually kill them. Here's the thing. Even if she knows how to choke them into unconsciousness, break their legs, whatever, right? She's not permanently eliminating the threat. And when you're not using lethal force, it will take longer, right? So, yeah.
All right. So, last thing that I think we need to discuss here is basically that she knows that all of them, you know, are here and doing this thing, but We need to talk about the look that the one kid gave.
That the one kid had, yeah, and that's why I brought up the looks of the other kids, because they had very like specific looks on their faces.
Okay.
He had a different one.
So yes, let's ignore them, but let's focus on the fact that he looks away, like he has this look in another direction. Where is it here? I think it's here.
Okay.
So they're like, "Oh, mom's coming back."
Yeah.
Now, I think they were scared for a second that mom might have been dead. That Emma might have been dead, actually, here, because Emma's not responding. Basically,
did she get hurt?
And then the kid kind of looks away and stuff there.
That might have just been something of like, oh, I guess that's what's going on. Or
see?
He's looking away, like, because then he looks back, so maybe it's just like, but what about what's going on over there or something?
But then they decide to then cut back here and to say that...
right, to show basically what mom says to them.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, notice from the higher-ups. Congratulations, Norman.
Yeah, it's your time.
Right.
So...
Oh, boy.
I predict revolution. I predict that they're going to get to the other kids because... Let's remember here. Ray was how old? 5? When he got basically the heads up about what's going on here, where he like figured it out or what have you, which again still feels a little suspect.
Right. Well, they haven't said how that ended up happening.
Yeah. But then we have this like other kid. God, I hate that I don't remember his name because I was literally just talking.
He's the adorable blue-eyed boy.
Yes, adorable blue-eyed boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so having potentially at least a knowledge or in on what's going on here, because they don't really seem to be giving any of the other kids that kind of repeated focus.
Right, and there was that thing where like it could totally mean nothing, but where mom said the 5 of you.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we have plans that haven't been established.
Yep.
And Emma had Dawn and
Gilda
do something for her. So that makes me think that it's basically some sort of emergency backup plan.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yep.
And here's the thing.
And that's totally something they would do because they're so smart.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And also from a narrative standpoint, it would make it the most satisfying if Emma was the one that set it up because she was the one that suffered at the hands of Mom. So if she's the one who has the broken leg, but then ends up being able to say your next line will be, that would be even better.
Also, because she wants to save everyone, she would be the one to include another person in the group.
Totally.
And
that little kid has been asking a lot of questions and been in the right circumstances in a lot of
the right
times,
places and stuff.
And because here's the thing, no one suspects a kid. Now in the case, mom would suspect kids, right? But the thing is that but this little adorable guy. No. There's scheming geniuses out there, and Norman and Ray, and and even Emma and whatnot.
And they're almost adults. They're
exactly
they're
growing up.
Yeah, they're growing up. Yeah.
This little guy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So
just saying,
y'all. This is an episode. Yeah. We now have everything just laid out in front of us. There are no pretenses. There are no pretenses between mom and the kids.
I mean, I wanted to say earlier, like break a leg, guys, with this escape plan, but
Yeah. So y'all, if you want to see the next episode's reaction discussion to this wonderful show, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there, and any level support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about these stories. You can chat with the community there. There's a lot of events that are going to be coming up really soon. Or you can chat with Jacob about his book that he just published.
That's right, my sci-fi novel, Battle Lines. It's available for purchase on Amazon. Link in the description below. It's a pretty great story, so go check it out. Buy a copy, leave a review, let people know what you think.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.